Good morning, dear students. In today's our topic, we are going to discuss about the types of meaning in stylistics. Because of knowing the types of meaning in the stylistic is very important in order to develop the knowledge about the delivering the exact meaning of the words from the source language in the target language, as well as the stylistic translation. Main objects is regarded over here. According to the types of the meaning, we basically distinguish two main groups of the word's meaning. They are lexical meaning and grammatical meaning. So overall, if we want to give the general information about the lexical types of the meaning, it's referred to the phenomenon of objective reality, that be real or imaginary, and to the concept of these objects of the phenomena. So lexical meaning, it's just a type of meaning where there is a relationship between the words and their objective phenomena. So when we name any kind of the words, we just consider there are lexical points of view. For example, if you want to say the table, it's just a classroom belongings. Pen, it's a writing instrument. Books, it's magazines, books, it's like reading objectives, and so on. So basically, lexical meaning involves the direct meaning of the words and the utterances. Secondly, every word has their own grammatical meaning, because the words can be created in the some grammatical categorizations, and it's very important to know about them. Grammatical meaning is the meaning that is referred to a certain grammatical form and function. So basically, we consider the type as a part of the speeches, verb tenses, and other grammatical categories can be the demonstration of this meaning. Every words and the part of the speech have their own grammatical functions and forms. For example, if we regard any personal pronouns or the proper nouns, any kind of the part of the speech, they have own the functions. For example, singular and the plural form of the nouns, verb tenses, or the meaning of the grammatical meaning of the prepositions or the articles. So they all have their own specifications in grammaticalisms and in grammatical categorizations. That's why words belongs into different types of meaning. Call it rather grammatical meaning and lexical meaning over here. Over here in this chart, you can see the demonstration of the word meanings. Generally, we distinguish two types of them. They're called grammatical and lexical meaning. As well as lexical meaning is a very important point in stylistics and in stylistic translation, where we originally devote our lesson to them. Lexical types of the meaning can be divided into two groups. They are called denotative meaning and connotative meaning. Denotative meaning, it is a direct meaning of the words in the utterances. So it means when we regard the word, we just recognize its direct characterizations and direct meaning as well. So here we regard the words as an objective phenomenon. What about the connotative meaning? Connotative meaning, or the connotation, it is the relationship of the words with their indirect meaning. So over here we can regard that the one word can demonstrate several types of the meaning according to the utterance and the context as well. That's why connotations is rather called the indirect meaning, which can be evaluated also. The study of them can be evaluated in the stylistics as well. Connotations can be seen as in stylistic units. They are distinguished into following groups: stylistic meaning, emotive, evaluative, and the logical meaning. So there is a difference between the denotative and connotative meaning. Denotative meaning, it's where the words can demonstrate their objectiveness, and connotative meaning, it's components where the words can show their subjective phenomenon. So it means one word can be moved in other language, especially during the translation, in several meanings, which can be shown in the utterances. So there is also a subgroups of the connotative meanings. One of them is called logical or contextual meaning. Logical or contextual meaning, it's basically the indirect meaning of the words or the phenomenon or the idea, which can be found in their context or the utterances. So logical meaning basically is a demonstration of the some modulated words in the translation. So, and here we elicit the words meanings according to the context itself. So, and here in translation also we regard that when we want to deliver any kind of the word meanings, we have to logically find out their meaning as per as according to their context. Over here, logicality and contextualism is same goes in the same directions, as well as in contextual meaning. Many words can be dependent on their meaning can be dependent on the context itself. So in our next type of the meanings, we demonstrate the emotive meaning of the words. Emotive meaning or the emotiveness is basically found in the stylistics and in stylistic connotation of the words. So many of the stylistic devices and expressive means can involve such type of the meaning in the utterances, like epithets, oxymoron, and oxymorons can be the examples for them, because emotiveness can be charged with the human cognition, psychological cognitions, and the recognitions as well. So when we want to give any kind of the word meanings and the utterances, we have just consider some emotive characterization of the words given in the utterances. So this is like additional meanings, unlike the lexical meanings that we have. So in our next type of the meaning, we have just added the evaluative meaning of the words. Evaluation or expressiveness or the exaggeration of the words in the utterances also is the basic types of the connotation, includes its structural emotive charges. So hyperboles, personifications, and simulsonomatopoeia, and rhyme, and such kind of the phonetical and lexical stylistic devices and expressive mean repetition of the words in the utterances from the syntactical stylistic devices and expressive means basically can be the example for such kind of evaluative meaning. Evaluative just demonstrates the exaggerations in the utterances, where the words can be underestimated or evaluated according to their designations. So here we regard the main patterns of the word meanings in stylistics, where they are so necessary to know about them. So that was a brief information about the types of the meaning in the stylistics and how we evaluate their meaning from the source language in target language, and how the stylistic devices and expressive means can involve such kind of the meanings in the utterances. So I hope that our brief PPT presentation was useful for you. Thank you very much for your attention. See you in our next lessons.